future in a time of change. I'm very much aware here on site at Othona that we face in the front line some of the major challenges of our time. The North Sea over there, the black water there, coastal erosion, rising sea levels, and then on the other side, we have the site of Bradwell-on-Sea power station and the prospect, in the longer term maybe, of Bradwell-B.
Yes.
What does that mean for Othona, and what does that mean for the community?
Well, the physical danger of flooding, of course, is increasing, and our two newest buildings are up on stilts, but that, well, not stilts, but raised off the ground, but that may not be enough. While they were talking about Bradwell-B being built by the Chinese, which was going to be a very, very big development, there's certainly amongst the trustees were discussions about would we have to move, because they would come very close to our borders, and if we had to move, where would we go? Could we get a local field, or would we have to go somewhere completely different? And I'm sure, certainly for me and for the whole of the community, this would be a very daunting prospect, especially as the chapel is so important. But what we learnt when, in the 90s, when the community rebuilt the main building, and we had a month under canvas at a campsite in Essex, that the community, important as the chapel is not the place, it's the people. Mm. And although it would grieve many of us hugely to leave the chapel, it would have to be done. That, of course, would have huge financial implications, and I don't know how we would cope with that. But I know that my father would have said, if we are intended to continue and to go on, it will happen. And we must be aware of and guided by the Spirit.
Many people would be in awe of what you've just said, given your own personal associations as Norman Motley's daughter, and the fact you've been coming here for many, many decades, that in spite of your immense love for the place, there is a sense of optimism that if ever, at some point in the future, if it's God's will, then the community will endure.
We could still live under canvas somewhere, not all the year, obviously, but we could come together and Othona would happen wherever it was, or could happen wherever it was. Not that I would welcome that, because I love this site and I love the chapel. And of course the Burton Bradstock, because they're above Chesil Beach, there's no way they're going to get flooded, but nevertheless life would be more difficult for everybody, not just the Othona community. But it's the people and the way they are accepted and cared for that's important.
Thank you.